Hello all, and welcome to the stream. Today I want to do something programming related, because I haven't done that in a while. And came up with this one because yesterday I saw this leaderboard for ITL Online, which I am participating in, and I realized, hey, we need like a live tracker kind of deal when playing, so we can like see how our rank is affected on the leaderboard as we play and improve, or other players rank ahead of us as well. So here's how it's going to go. The concept is it's going to be in JavaScript. I think that's going to be the easiest since the data is in JSON. I checked that yesterday. I checked where the API is. And we're going to be able to type in a name, like our username, and then it's going to show where we are rank-wise. It's going to show our ranking points, and then it's going to also show who the neighbors are. So we can see, like, it's kind of like a live tracker. And every minute or so, it's going to fetch this data again. And if there's a change in it, of course, it's going to update. So that's the simple of it. So with the JavaScript project, I like to start by at least getting all the dynamic components running and then go from there. But firstly, I'm going to log into like Git and make a new repo. I'll just call this ITL Rank Tracker. Doesn't need a template, it's literally gonna all be from scratch. Put that in documents. I don't think I have Git on this. Oh, I do. Cool. Actually, the PowerShell has a lot of features, surprisingly, so that's nice. So something I forgot or I didn't realize was that PowerShell actually has a lot of modern features, and it's great. It's a lot better than it used to be. Hmm. I'm gonna start with we'll just call it the tracker.js file. Oh, I'll just make it here then. I don't know what the PowerShell command would be. That's kind of awkward, ain't it? Tracker.js also needs an HTML file. So there we go. For now, I'm just gonna go with the live updating components. Uh, let's see. Usually I do it by ID. ID is just easier to work with. Previous rank. Oh god. Controls are a little different compared to using this on Linux as well. Player rank and next rank, which is all we really care about here. Updating those fields. So with those divs in place, that's going to be where that data goes, and we would access that data through the JavaScript file. I also need to import, I guess. Always forget this. It's script type text JavaScript source. Cool. And we'll just console log to say, make sure it works. Which it should. And then we can try it. Where is this gonna be? Users, documents, ITL Rank Tracker, Tracker. Alright, so hello world appears in the console, so we know the JavaScript file loads. I don't know why it says ITL Rank. Oh, head title. Cool. With that out of the way, let's first update these divs so we know that functionality works. So document body, get element by ID. I thought that's how you would do that. That's weird. Get element by ID. Oh, it's just document, not body. Oops. I think if you want multi-line, you use these. No. I forget. It's the backwards quotes. That's what it was. Previous rank test. I just want to make sure all this is working. Player rank goes here. Oh, this can't be loaded in the head because these fields are not loaded yet. So the JavaScript file is actually going to go after those fields are loaded in, not before. Otherwise, I would have to add in an artificial delay. Okay. So using JavaScript, those fields are updated like this. So now we know that works, and we can start dynamically inputting information into there. So the dynamic information that we need comes from an endpoint. Let me grab that real quick. It's going to be this endpoint, and it's in typical JSON fashion. So it looks like it grabs all the data, because if I look at the very last rank, it looks like, well, actually, it's best to look at this data in here, because we can actually see what that looks like. It breaks it down for us. So you can see leaderboard has 179 entries. Well, 0 to 179, which means 180 entries. And if we look on this table, it shows 75 at the time. There are 3 page dividers, so we should see like 5 entries. Or wait, 150. So this would be 225, but it only shows up to 179 here. So yeah, we get all of that with this endpoint. It's not like paginated or anything. On larger databases, usually they'll have one JSON entry that says like what page you're on, how many pages there are, and the GET request usually says something like question mark page equals something at the very least. But this is just all at once, which is fine. It's not supposed to be like a big thing, so the data is not too crazy. So we're going to be fetching this, which will be as simple as calling fetch. It's going to be a promise. So what's going to happen? Actually, let's do the once a minute request first, which I forget how that works, so we'll do that real quick. Timer repeat JavaScript. It's set interval. So let's make our function first. We'll call this get data. We'll call this function whenever. So we'll just have a global here. We'll have previous rank data. Previous rank data, player rank, and current player data. Can't type. And next rank data. I feel like I have this backwards because the previous rank I want to be on the bottom, and the next rank I want to be on top. So, yeah. Next rank should be whoever's ahead of you. That's just like semantics and stuff. I'm gonna delete this now. Okay. So for get data, we're gonna fetch, I believe it just accepts a URL. And that's all we really need here, a URL. So we'll include that in there. When that completes, it's gonna be given a response. So with that response, we have to convert it to JavaScript. Let me think here. I think it's just, I'll just look it up. Fetch response. We will get fetch, then is, yeah, we have to turn to JSON. So let's return it, let's convert to JSON. And then after that, we can get its data. And that in itself will be the JSON we need to put into the variables. And they're globals, so they will be updated accordingly. So previous rank data, well, actually, we have to first find in here where our rank is. So our rank is located somewhere in this. We'll have like a target player variable. I'm going to set it to myself for now, just because. We're going to first look for the target player. So for... let me make sure I know how this is formatted, because there's going to be a success, a message, which is blank apparently, and then a data variable. And the data contains an object with all this stuff. Actually, data contains another member called leaderboard. I need to look at this again. Yeah, it has another member called leaderboard here. So, yeah, this is like the visualization of it. Success true message, comma, comma, dot, dot, dot. The dot, dot, dot is data. Data has a variable called leaderboard and rival members' IDs, which doesn't matter to us. Wait, the leaderboard is public, isn't it? So that means the rival's members ID is only available when you are logged in. Yeah, I'm logged out right now, so this is public. Okay, just making sure. So leaderboard itself then has 100, however many objects there are, and each object is indexed. Okay, so then we get an array out of leaderboard. So, we'll do data dot leaderboard. We need the for member, I think it's of. We'll double check that real quick. Of keyword, because it's in, I think, is for keys. So for of is just the indices, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's just each index. Operates on a sequence of values sourced from an iterable. So yeah, it doesn't get the keys. For in actually gives us the keys, which is not what we want. They're not keyed, they're just indexed. So for member of data.leaderboard, we're looking for a member who has the correct name, and the data is formatted such that their name is under the name property. if member.name is triple equals to, because this is JavaScript, target player, then we found them, so we're going to set current player data equal to member. And I'm just going to leave it at that for now, because I want to see if it works. So we will have to call this now, so we're going to do a set interval. Handler will be get data. Timeout will be 60,000. Wait, is that right? Is that in seconds? I hope that's not in seconds. I think that's in milliseconds. Set interval is in delay, this time in milliseconds. Okay. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Nothing happened. I think it's gonna wait and then do one. So maybe we'll just call get data once at the very beginning and then set interval. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna set this to like 5 seconds. I want to see if it's gonna do something after 5 seconds. Okay, it did. And it looks like it also failed. Let me see why. No data found for a resource with given identifier. Okay. Hmm. That's weird. Well, here's my guess. My guess is... Wait a second. I'm looking at what headers were passed in, because I think it might be expecting that. Because I noticed the response headers from this have things like set cookie. Looks like it has a connection ID. And when we are loading this page, there is a connection ID here. My guess is it's probably looking for this in order to say, hey, we can load this for you. It's possible. I would put it against them. I do want to try this real quick and see what happens. If we get like a similar response. No, we don't. We actually get the data. Headers. I think my headers are just dumb and I have to change them or something. Okay. Well. Let me see what headers. I think if I search for got to load response data for research. Like it doesn't even respond with anything. Well, I mean it does respond with something. It responds with a 443. Wait, am I dumb? Hold on. Is that a... Oh wait, that's the port. I'm dumb. It responded with a 200. That's up here. Strict origin, cross origin. Strict origin when cross origin. Using a Chromium space. What? When connecting to an API, the request should pass a privacy policy. Chromium-based browsers have recently changed the default private policy. You may want to look at the official reference about the strict, as this could eventually evolve again. Wait, what? Wait, is this Chromium-based? Oh, this is Edge. Yeah, it is. Hold on. Let me check Firefox. I have Firefox here. I didn't even think about that. Alright, let's see. How do I use this? Wait, this is the console. That's not what I want. There it is. Let's see. Okay, so this... Wait. Response payload. Wait, it gave me one. Response body is now available to scripts. Cores missing allow origin. Oh. Ah, crud. That's a problem, ain't it? I mean, here's my thing, right? What's the functional difference from... I guess it just makes it harder. But what's the functional difference from me doing it in a browser and me doing it through this? Like, basically what this is telling me is that if I want to do this, I have to get something else to pull this data, basically like a proxy, and then do it that way. Which, I mean, is fine. I could do that. That's just annoying. I think the easiest way for me to set this up is to log into my server and set up something that pulls from it once a minute. I think that makes the most sense to me. So I'm going to log into my server real quick. If I type in the right password. Goodness. And I'm just going to set up a cron job here. Ideally, I would have just this thing be public, so I want to post to the public directory, which actually I don't know where that is, so I'm gonna have to go find that. Ooh, I have something here. Let me see. Let's take a look. Where is all this? I need to figure that out. Is it under... It's not under projectdevar.com. Maybe it's under projectdevar.com 8080? What is this? Hello. Player.twitch.tv refused to connect. I don't think it's this. No, it's not this. Where is this? Is it HTTP? Maybe? Nope, that's Project Devar there. Maybe it's under HTTPS then. Cannot get slash. Nope. Where is this thing? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to dig up. I think this is Nginx? I actually don't know. Oh, it is. Well, it kind of is. Yeah, how would I get to this? Maybe HTTP. I already checked this. Well, it doesn't even work. Well, so this says cannot get slash, so it is reading from something. Is this my server? Hold on. Uh-huh. It's the... Yes, it is my database server. Okay. I could put it in here. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Just make a endpoint for it and then serve a file. I don't know where... The problem is I wanted just stuff in here because this is simple enough, but I can't find it. So I'll just store it in my, like, uploads. I'm gonna have to remember where all this is. Devar. And server... I want to say it's just server. And then if I go under files, I think I can just throw something in here and find it. Like, if I search for these, I bet I could find it. /files /mega39s. Nope. Where does this info come from? I guess it would be under Project Devar site. Let me see. What is this link? /files. Oh, it's HTTP. Right. I mean, that's... What? Oh. Right, so I could host it under these if I wanted to. That seems simple enough. Yeah, let's do that. So under Devar server files, we'll write to a file called leaderboard info. I'm going to make it run once a minute for now. So this should be once a minute. And the command will be wget. This leaderboard thing. Request. Cool. I think that's it. Save the output. I think it's -o. I will confirm that real quick though. No such file or directory. What? Oops. And it's saved to leaderboard info. So we look at that real quick. Oh, that gave me saving to leaderboard. Wait, what? Dash O? Okay, dash O. Capital O, not lowercase o. Lowercase o is the output from the command. So capital O is what we want there instead. Alright, that's that. So now we can pull from that by going to project, well, http colon, can we stop that? projectdivar.com/files/leaderboard info. Now, of course, it just downloads the file, but we can pull that into here now and fetch that way. And we'll be pulling from my server, which is pulling from their server, instead of directly pulling from their server, which is cores blocked. Which is fine. Okay, so now we have our leaderboard info, which that response is wrong because it literally sent the the wrong thing, but we'll the console might be mad at me right now. Yeah. But I'm gonna wait for it to pull the right data because I put a lowercase dash o earlier. So I did type it right, I think. I specified the right cron tab. Yeah, I have faith that this is supposed to do what it does, unless I'm mistaken. Let me go here and try it. It's still doing that. Is it cached? Is that why? Maybe this request gets cached. So let me do a non-cached version of it by doing, crud, I forget what it was. Like, is that possible? I don't know. It's getting... Oh, wait, leaderboard. Not leaderboard info? Leaderboard info. No, that's right. This is not pulling the right thing. What? Why is it pulling this? Let me think for a second. Is my server caching it? Oh, my server caches it. I forgot. I know what I need to do. I forgot this is a quote-unquote feature. Right, my server is caching this. Oh, God. Is that what I want? I don't really want that, though. Crud. I think I was doing it to save on bandwidth, but now I don't want that. Max 8, yeah, so this max age value here. Right. I don't want that at all. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. Yeah, we'll just get rid of it for the time being. Go away. Do I have to restart for to see changes? I think I do. I'm gonna say yes. Docker compose down. Actually, I don't recall having to restart to save those changes, but we'll see. How is it still pulling from this? Shouldn't it be dead right now? Maybe it was down for so little time that it worked out, maybe? Hmm. It's still doing that. And I don't know why. Crud. But why? Where? Hmm. Let me confirm it's not my server. Because I just did it in my browser. Clearboardinfo.1. Okay, let me look at that. Yeah, I got this. Alright, what about from my computer? No. Didn't work from there. Get uncached, maybe? How to make a non-cache request. Cache, no cache. Download a resource with cache busting when dealing with the properly configured server. That'll send the correct flag and date headers. Properly handle if modified sys and if none match. Okay, we try it. Well, that was easy. Okay. So our response is now good, I guess. I need to prove it updates every minute though, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. Console's not complaining anymore. I don't see anything updating here though, so that's interesting. Current player data. Oh, you know what? Let's update the div now. So I think everything's working. Document get element by ID. Current player data. So player rank dot inner HTML will now be equal to current player data. We'll just do that for the time being. Refresh. Undefined. Okay. What? Well, let's see if this outputs correctly then. Let's see if we get members or not. Oh, now we have object. Oh, okay, I think it worked then. It's just, we were oh, I didn't do it in the promise. Oops, that's why. So it was showing outdated data. Because promises are asynchronous. So, yeah. Let's show our... Crud, what does this data look like? I forgot already. Let's show our name followed by our ranking points. Plus a space or a dash followed by our ranking points. How about that? Okay, cool. Easy. Straight from the API. Let's show our ranking as well. Our ranking is based on our array position, I guess. So, array position. Crap. We're gonna have to add that in. Current player data dot position will be equal to... Oh, we don't count where we are in the array. Well, that's annoying, ain't it? In that case, I'm just gonna have to do for I is 0, I is less than dot length, I plus plus, position will be equal to I plus 1, current player data dot position, colon. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, that didn't work. Great. Oh, I see the problem now. Member equals data leaderboard I. How about that? Cool. 39. Am I 39th? Probably 39th. Let me see. I am. Awesome. Okay, then it's simple enough to get the rest. So if we know we're 39th, then to get the previous ranks data, we just look at data leaderboard I minus 1. And to get the, well, actually plus 1, because previous means they're behind us. And then next rank data is plus or minus 1. Now, they need some boundary checks. If this data is null, I think we can use what's called the nullish coalescing operator, as in if it's already null, or if it is null, give it some default value. Let me just make sure that's what we want to use, because I don't usually use this operator. So yeah, if it's null, we can use some default string, or value in this case. And so the default value will be nothing. Or we can fill it with something that makes sense for what we want to display here. So I'm going to be making a function called like display player, so it shows the proper stuff for them. Let's see here. If I just put position, you know what? If we just leave it as null, that's probably fine, right? And then I can check it later. Previous rank data. Else. What did I call the... Called it prev rank. I'm just gonna put no data. No data. Or we can just make it actually be blank. Like, that's fine too. And next rank. I want to do one more thing. I could have sworn you could do that. Like the prepended... Could be wrong. But I was hoping this could make an object with these elements inside of it, and then I just add... Could have sworn there was a way to do that. Maybe it's this way. And I put position is... I forget what... It's like expanded... Object operator JavaScript. I think that's what it's called. The spread operator. Oh, it's 3 dots. And it probably goes before, from what I remember. The spread syntax. Yeah, it's before. Okay. I'm like, I swore you can do this in JavaScript. Goodness. So the spread operator will give me all those values, and I add position to that object. Same with next rank data. Just add the position value into there. Display player info, current player data. Display player info, previous rank data. And next rank data. So for display player info, we're just going to return these values. I'm just going to put PL for player. Like so. Let's have a look. Okay, that's definitely not correct. It went, oh, I put I instead of current player data dot position. Well, that's not good, is it? It's showing me for my name, which is also not correct. Oh, my position is +1. So we do, for next, we do -1, and we do -2 here. Cool. This is backwards though. Why is next rank the previous rank and previous rank, oh, because I put it that way. Wait, now that's backwards in the data too. Hold on. Previous rank data is who's behind me. So this should be next rank data. This should be previous rank data. There we go. Wait, no. These need to be swapped too. There we go. Call it NM7. Should be ahead of me, and reset ITG should be behind me. Wait, now it says Hameon. Did that just change? Because, I mean, it is supposed to be live, technically. Oh, it did just change. Nice. So, that proves it's updating live as well. Awesome. Okay. Now I need to make it look pretty, because it's not pretty yet. I'm going to do a couple things. First, I'm going to make a CSS file, so we can do the styling in a separate file outside of all this. Tracker CSS. Secondly, we gotta include the CSS file, which I need to figure out how to do that real quick. I think it's just like link source. Include CSS HTML file. Hello? Took a while. Link relationship style sheet. Just do that. This is tracker CSS. So now we need to give it some target classes for it to use. Let me think real quick. I think the best way to do this is to make a wrapper for all of these. So we'll just say span, I want to say class. Yeah, we'll do a class here. Span class is equal to player, because I want to be able to write in CSS something that distinguishes the player stuff from the others. So I want to do that. For these two, I don't think it matters. Well, let's just do this anyway. Previous rank and next rank. Okay. Just like that. So for testing our CSS, let's just try something like this. I'll do a player dot crud, is it just text? I guess it's just text. I guess I'm just gonna put player here. Dot player. And I'll put color will be red to make sure we know we're targeting that. And then for previous rank and a next rank, I think I could do a comma here. Next rank. Let's make these blue so we can see if that works. Refresh this. Indeed. We have a way to target each one now. So the next thing I'm going to do, I want to make this one larger than the others. So we're going to do that. Font size, I guess. That didn't do anything. Is it really not possible to just... I think I have to do like one of these. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess that was 16. Oops. That's a little large. I don't know if I like having these like little... Do I want it like this? I kind of don't. What I want is I want the rank for the player to look different than the rest. So I might actually change what data is spit out to. Like I'm probably gonna subdivide all these. That way I can control all of them separately with CSS. So here, let me put span class equals rank. So I'll do that for each one of these. That way I can target each one individually using CSS. Okay, so that's that. Let's do name here. And then we'll do points. Oh, this isn't a multi-line string. That's right. Same with that one. Can I type, please? Goodness. What did I miss? That doesn't need to be there. This doesn't need to be here. This needs to be over here. And that looks better. Okay. So now I should be able to target each one of these individually. So I can say dot player, their classes. Okay, dot rank. So let's say I want to target the rank and make it larger than the rest. So I'll do 120 pixels there. That did not work. I feel like it... Oh wait, this is in the same class. I have to put a space here. There we go. So I made the rank larger. So now I can target individual things. Like I can make it green as well. Yeah, so for the player rank specifically, I want to say a number out of how many. So I want to include like extra special data specifically for that. So I'm going to put like show total, and by default I'll make it say false. And if I set it to true, which I'm going to do when we call the display player info current player data function, I want it to spit out an extra value right here, where it'll still do this, but then we'll have another value that appears here if show total, oh, show total, and that means we just show something else there. We'll put an of, like a slash, I guess, and then we'll put a rank total. I'm gonna put here current player data dot leaderboard size equals data leaderboard dot length. And we can just grab that from here when we do this. Okay, well that's how many players there are. I don't know what happened to the... this might have precedence over that. I haven't looked at JavaScript operator precedence. There we go. Apparently it has operator precedence. Who knows why. Dot rank total. Cool. Yeah, so we can modify both of those separately now. Why is there a false here now? Oh god. It shows a false if this is false. If show total, do this. Else show nothing. There we go. It also got rid of a span. Yeah, because there's another slash span here now. That needs to be a part of it. Of this. There we go. Okay. I think the programming side is done. I have all the data I need. Now I just need to fix up this. Again, I don't like the dash here. I can add in the dash manually if I want to. So I'm going to get rid of all these weird separator things and just show the raw data. And then I can, and the colon. If I want to add these things, I can use CSS for it. So, for example, if I wanted to prepend something to this, so there was a slash in between, I can do, I think it's like prefix, and then I could put a slash. That did not work. Prefix, CSS. Prefix, it needs a space and a semicolon. Oh, I forgot the semicolon. That's always important. And that still didn't work. Prefix descriptor specifies content that will be prepended to the marker representation. If not specified, the default value will be blank. Specifies a symbol prepended to the marker representation. That should work. Why don't you work? I've done this before with mixed success, so I thought it would just work. Yeah, that's very odd. Try it with Firefox real quick. Firefox shows it the same way. That's very strange. What if I put it here? nothing there either. It just doesn't show up, period. That is very strange. Maybe it's because it's a span? What if it was a div? I feel like spans can't hold... Let me see. It needs to be like a... It has to be something that modifies text, I think. Content. Wait a second. Well, I know content, but I don't want to overwrite the content. Like, it's possible it only works for paragraphs. No. Like, it shouldn't matter what the HTML element used is. At least that's my guess. Hmm. That's really odd. Okay. Well, I thought we could do that. We might just have to design that using code then. Just get it to look the right way and then call it good there. So I guess what I'm going to do is for this, we add a slash in here. I do want to add a number symbol here, but only for this player. Well, actually for everybody. Let's do everybody. So add a number symbol in front of that. I kind of want it separate though. Put rank symbol. Because I want to control that one manually. Yeah, like that. Well, actually, that's why the player's rank symbol. Okay. Well, that's more or less what I'm looking for. A way just to control it that way. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Mm, I think I have to do a top align text, text top. Text align top. Text top aligns the top of the element with the top of the para element's font. That doesn't sound like what I want. Vertical align. I might just relatively position it. I think that's easier. Position, relative, top minus 10 pixels. How about that? Yeah, that's more or less what I want. 72 pixels tall, I'll do like 55. Yeah, a little too high. Okay, that'll be fine for now. Points I don't want as large either. So we'll shrink down the size of the points. Player points. That doesn't look smaller, that looks... The rank, the size, okay. Let's go with 48 for now. 5. I guess I want to include the word points, huh? Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. So to make this look prettier overall, I need to add like well, first I'm gonna change these colors to not be as colorful anymore. I want to change the font. I want all of these to have boxes around them, and for the top and bottom ones, I want them to be centered, but having the same width as this element, which I might have to do like set sizes for this because it's not like responsive or anything. So I might have to say something like width is 400 pixels, and then make the other two have similar width. So previous rank should be down there. Width should also be 400 pixels. And if I were to, I might have to do fixed width actually. Min width? Might be min width. Well, it doesn't expand to the content, but I think, I forget. I think when we do something like this, no, the element itself needs a fixed width. Fixed width in span display. Oh yeah, inline block. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Cool. Is that 400? That's not 400 pixels though, is it? Maybe it is. You know what? I think it is. Hey, that just changed. Nice. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like a live updating thing. That's really cool. That's exactly what I want. Display inline block. Okay. I guess whatever the width of this is, these need to match. Well, here's what I can do. I can put the entire thing inside a div, and the div will expand to fit all the content. And so if I text line center it, and make this one also display inline block. What? I guess that's not what I wanted. I guess I have to center the player one too. Yeah, like that. Alright, now I just need to draw boxes and fix up the sizing a little bit more. Needs a little bit of padding too. Padding top. That didn't work at all. I guess it's because it doesn't have any... Hmm. Doesn't have any real space, I guess. That's why. Like, if these were divs, I think that would work better. I'm gonna change them to divs. Doesn't make sense to use spans here for that. What? Windows, please. Yeah, that doesn't change anything functionally, but I think... Yeah. I'm gonna split these up. That way they can each have their own padding values. Previous rank will have padding on the top. Next rank will have padding on the bottom. Like so. Now I need a box. Box. Box around the whole thing. This div should be named, or maybe the whole thing needs a div around itself. Something like tracker. Used an ID here. I mean, that's kind of whatever. For IDs in CSS, we use the hashtag, I believe. And let me just confirm that works by typing background purple. Okay, cool. So what we want is kind of want a rounded box. Rounded corners. Border radius. Let's do like 36 pixels. Background will be something light. Let's just try light. Is that a thing? No. Let's just try 3. Oh, I saw lavender. That looked pretty good, actually. Lavender. Okay. Kind of want to make the what do you call it? Actually, the padding is a little bit much. Like when I make them larger, I just realized they don't have font sizes. When I make them larger, the padding doesn't have to be that big. Yeah, something like that. Could... Background color for the whole page should be something that I can color key. Like... It'll likely be magenta, but it could really be anything, right? Like, I'll color key it and then it'll be invisible, of course, but maybe not magenta. Maybe, I think we do lime. Lime's fine. Yeah, because it's basically going to be some kind of overlay you can display. Now I need to change the font. I don't want this font. But let me choose something that's probably going to be installed on a Windows computer. So that's what we got. Uh, hmm. What font does this website use actually? Oh, it just uses standard. Okay. Well, let me pick something a bit more sharp, like crisp. Hmm. Man, there's not actually many options for something like that. Maybe Century Gothic looks okay. Career? Career is always a good option. Maybe Career regular. We'll try Career regular. Font, I think it's face. Font family. Just called Career regular. Think. Nope, that didn't work. Well, I assume putting Courier is already good. But, let me try font weight. Actually don't know how much this affects the, oh wow. Makes it quite bold. Calibrate. Let me experiment with some fonts real quick. I like that one a lot. I think that's fine. I kind of want to make a gradient for the background box, like a little indicating like up and down and middle. Maybe like lighter blue up, lighter red bottom. I think would be fun. Gradient box. Let's see. Just want a little bit of that real quick. Background image linear gradient. We want 2 parts to the gradient, which I think requires us to use a... There's a gradient where you can specify, there we go. Oh, you just specify more colors for linear gradient. There's one where you can specify like actual points on it, but we don't need to have that much fidelity. So background will be a, oh, background dash image will be a linear gradient. And we will use, well, I probably want to pick the colors here because I don't want to just try something random here. Something like, that looks good. Comma. That one, comma. We'll try that first. If it's too late, I'll change it. It looks like it doesn't have much saturation, so it's probably not that noticeable. It's kind of noticeable. Actually, I think I could do the same with the text, maybe. Might do that a little bit. I think I want to make these a little larger. In comparison to this, it's a little too small. So we'll try this. Might add a hint of like blue and red then, I guess. I think I want to make the other text for these not as like prevalent. I want the name mostly to stick out on these top and bottom ones. So I think we'll go through that real quick. I'll just put previous rank dot name comma dot next rank dot name, and we'll just make the color a little less. Oh, maybe we'll adjust the font size a teensy bit too. Go like A. No, that's too bright. Right like that. Oh, I did it backwards. What? I want everything but the name. So I want the points, and I also want the rank symbol and rank total. Did I forget a comma or something? Next rank, rank total. Rank total. I guess there is no rank total anyway, but there should be a rank symbol. I butchered something. Oh, you know what? I think I did it for next rank. Previous rank? Not next rank. Next rank. There we go. Yeah, they're slightly smaller. The gray is not that obvious, so maybe we'll go a little bit more. There we go. Oh, and the rank number too. The rank number is separate. It's not the rank symbol, it's the rank itself. There we go. Something more or less like this is perfect. Cool. I'm going to commit this. ITL Rank Tracker completed. Cool. That's pretty much all I want to do. So the only real big thing was because of cores, we couldn't directly pull from the endpoint. We had to actually do it through proxy. That's fine. I'm not really worried about that. It is updating live, so when I first had this page open, it was Colette and Nuki around me. Now it's Colette and Hemion. And if we refresh this leaderboard now, we can see that is indeed the case. And I'm at 43 instead of position 41. So that is updating just fine. And that's more or less what I wanted, because when I am playing, I would like to know if I go up or down, where I now sit in the standings. So, awesome. That's going to be useful while I am streaming that for later. And I can just simply download the tracker on my other computer and run it. And that's all well and good. That's all I wanted to do for now. I'll probably be back to do some ITL later. For those of you that tuned in, thanks for watching.